Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I decided to do the read a little bit differently today. Instead of being a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read, this will be on behalf of both the Divine Masculine and Feminine. I did it specifically to me and my twin on behalf of all of the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminines for the highest good of all those concerned across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities. So I want you saw the spread. It was really beautiful today. So this incorporates both the masculine and the feminine in one read as one unit, and the energies for the unit as opposed to just the divine masculine on its own. So here we go. It is September 21st, 2019. I will do a 12 sign read as well at the end. I haven't put any cards out yet, so they'll be fresh. And again, it's the 21st today, which is the world, so it's the culmination energy as we are heading towards Libra energy now. And the day adds up to 42, which is a 6 of love, family, and community, but the 42 is also the 2 of cups, the one-on-one energy. So we have the 2 of cups in the world, so 2 as 1 out taking on the world. So I woke up at 7 o'clock right on the dot today, so the 700, so a lot of source energy behind us here with the 7s today, and the spread today was just incredible. It's very cold these past couple mornings too. It definitely feels like fall. Yes, it's the time for the fall. We know this. My phone is just powering up again. So the deal was done at 9:14. 9 is the Hermit, 14 the Temperance card, the Angels, the Patience, and the Going Within. The Sirian Starseed deck, which is the main deck here, that's when it was cut and dealt. But we also have several other decks out here clarifying. We have the Mini Rider-Waite, we have the Golden Universal Tarot, the Gilded Tarot, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck, and the Romance Angels deck. And then for the 12 signs, I'll use the Rider-Waite, my Kipper deck, and also the Thoth deck, as well as clarify with the Mini. I have another Mini Rider-Waite deck. So 9:14, the main deck of the Sirian Starseed deck was cut and dealt, which the energies from that deck are very much about the twins' journey and ascension energy. So it reflects a lot of what we go through. Right away, as I'm putting down some of the clarifying cards, I had 2 1s come out right next to each other, and then underlying in the deck in this main read are 2 7s together, and then another 7 in the read, so 3 7s and 3 10s in the read today. I was also getting a little bit of stress at the top of the solar plexus, you know, kind of feeling like your ribs being pulled down at the solar plexus, that stress energy or nervousness or excitement. And then the read was finished right at 10 o'clock, so 9:59 to 10 o'clock. So the minute before the hour and actually the hour. So we had 2 right on the hour today, 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. And we had 777s and 10s in the read. So very much about the 7 and 10. And then the 9:14 comes up again because the code line was all about the number 14, which is that Patience and the Angels. The read was done at 10 o'clock. And this, again, is for the masculine and the feminine, me and my beloved, on behalf of all the divine masculine and feminines, for the best and highest good of all of those concerned across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities. The major arcana were just the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune, the Great Wheel, it's called in this deck. And after the read was the Shadow. So the Devil came up there at the end, but in a good way. So really beautiful energy. We have the 2 of Cups in this read. We have the Lovers in this read. We have the 2 of Flames in this read. We have the 4 of Crystals, which for me in this deck is the Divine Masculine's heart. We have the King of Cups in this read, the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and then the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, and then the blocks that you need to clear are the 10 of Orbs. That was the only sword card, I believe. So you just can't get more positive cards than that. It was just so beautiful. There were 5 cups for the combined read. All right, for both, neither the divine feminine or the masculine do we usually get 5 cups. So it's a lot of emotions, a lot of heart. We had 1 wand, 2 pentacles, and 1 sword. The court cards were just the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. After the read, or was it before? After the read, the Page of Swords also came up, but mainly just the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. The numbers, like I told you, the code line was all about 14. It was 2, 2, and 10. So that can be the High Priestess, or 2 with psychic abilities, or the 22 of the Fool, and the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the 14. But the other numbers that came up, like I said, were the 10, 10, 10, 7, 7, 7, 22 of the Fool, 51, 21, which is the King of Swords and the World, which is today's date, the 21. Also 2, 10, 7, 10, 9, 10, as well as 12, which is the Hangman, 45, which is the 5 of Cups, the letting go of that third baton, and then the 79, which for me is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Less so, the numbers 24, 57, and 710 came up. So 24 is the Queen of Wands, 57, the 3 of Swords. So the code line being all about karmic completion, communication, physical activity, and patience for both the masculine and feminine in union, because you are in union. You may not be in physical union yet, but you are all in union if you are a twin flame. So what came up in the code line was the Great Wheel, and also some energies around teasing, so playing. The Sophia to the Mary Magdalene energy was coming up here. There could be energy of loathing the high vibration, you know, when you go through the journey for a long time and you get sick of trying to stay in that high vibration. But there is some of that energy coming up here. But just reminding you, TE came up as an acronym, and it came up in the headers. I wasn't putting it in to find out what TE was, but it came up as one of the headers when I put the full code line in. And it came up as the company, which is all about connections and sensors, which has to do with toggling up and using your senses, your sixth sense. So this is who you are. And it has to do with including all karmic energies within your love. Okay, within, you know, when you're in the etheric realms, there is no differentiation between people in the 3D, because you're in your 5D, all love, unity, vibration. That means all karmics, who's everybody in the world, other than yourself, which is just, you know, the karmics, we only use that as a label to separate, you know, when we're talking about the divine masculine, divine feminine, or people who are not the divine masculine or divine feminine, which is fine, just so you can understand who you're talking about. But it's not a negative term, because everyone has experienced karma in their life. So there's like a tease of the Sophia to the Mary Magdalene, because the Sophia is the oversoul feminine, and then the Mary Magdalene of the Mary Magdalene Jesus template. But the lower vibration of the Mary Magdalene, who's been human before, loathing sometimes that high vibe destiny, trying to keep up with the etheric realms and staying in that high vibration. Also just the Spanish language was coming up as far as T and TE, TI, TU, and the differentiations between the U's, right? So everyone is you. If it's not I, it's you. So everyone else is you. To connect up, to tease and sense, to see the Sophia, the collective feminine consciousness, to the Mary Magdalene, who was in human embodiment. To understand your destined high vibration of toggling up and using your senses, which basically T and E, toggle and sense, is just meditation. Okay? That when your energy gets too low, then the Great Wheel makes you feel like you're in a downturn as opposed to your high vibration. So a reminder to tease yourself into, like teasing your hair, to tease it up. Find, like tease yourself in a playful way on how to pull your energy back up again. Find little codes or, you know, positive triggers, like a trigger to get you back in that right frame of mind. Also, the Southeast was coming up. Some of the things online that I got were place hands on 10 and 2. So like on a steering wheel, 10 and 2. So that could be 10:10, the time, or 1:50. It just depends on your perspective. It was also showing me a V on the steering wheel on a clock. The V of that, the creation, the vagina, the vaginal canal. It's all the same reference. Also, again, the Spanish language came up with 2, te, and T. The Seattle Great Wheel came up, which is the largest observation wheel on the West Coast. the 10 tenors came up, and then I was just listening to the tenors. I went to visit my mom's, and that's always so inspiring. So if you haven't listened to the tenors before, make sure you do. It's just unbelievably beautiful and high vibrational music. And next to the 10 tenors, it said Hallelujah. And then there was another heading that said Glathopa, Glathoppa, and it said ratchet wheel and 2 maintaining pawls shadow the rotation of the train. So there's definitely a reference there. I didn't look into it too much at this point. And then T.I. Take the wheel lyrics, all right? So you might want to read those lyrics. The first line that came up there was, I think I'm out of my mind. People say I'm tripping. And then the heading TE came up again, which is that company of all that connectivity of connectors and sensors embedded in everything, even the harshest environments. So you are able to survive the harshest of environments because you can always leave the 3D. Okay, the people around you may not be able to do that. So think of it as a lucky thing. The T, to connect up, to toggle upward, and E for the feminine energy, the sense, the using your intuition, your psychic abilities. You. Connect up, T's, and sense. C, Sophia, to Mary Magdalene, all the feminine energies. So just encouraging the meditation right now. And I was getting the triangle pointing upward was paralleling to southeast energy, the feminine grounding, and then the V upside down pointing down was coming up as the northwest, or the masculine needing to toggle upward. It was kind of interesting. Okay, and then just all those 10s coming up. Not only is it the Wheel of Fortune, Destiny, but it's a turn for the better. Okay, October coming up. Okay, as we go into Libra, and then October, and then Pluto going forward on October 3rd. October is always a turn for the better. It's the number 10. To toggle up and use your senses. Then small, medium, and large were coming up. That you can see the small, the medium, and the large when you use your psychic abilities in reference to the human embodying source energy, the destiny of the high vibration, the toggling up and sensing, the karmic completion. You know you don't need to search outside yourself because you already know you have your abilities to tell you what the truth is in your situation. To see the ties that you have to each other, and the ability to see also this emotional seas, the oceans of the 2 of you, the Mary Magdalene and the Jesus template. When feeling low, use the great wheel, the tent. Remember the tent of the V, right? To toggle up again. Like I'm seeing the push buttons on the elevator, right? Like, so they've had triangles as push buttons that going up and down, to remind yourself to take the elevator back up again. Just use whatever works for you and be patient. Communication, physical exercise, and patience for karmic completion. So as we get into the read, we have the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is the foundation here. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles here, the wealthy family or legacy, the lineage, whatever it is. And then we have the 7 of, I think that's 7 of Cups. And then this is 7 of Orbs, like swords. And then the 2 of Cups on top there. So with this 2 of Cups, the dream family dumping all their attachments and coming clean. So some people could definitely be having house sales, yard sales, estate sales, breaking up. 2 people not on the same page, coming together insecure to manipulate. Be strong and tame the beast. So for me, that was definitely like a garage sale or estate sale. Celebrating the sale of tools, being strong without them. So people getting rid of things they're not necessarily sure they want to get rid of, but they know that they don't really serve them anymore. Sneaky or false or feeling shame and coming clean As the hermit is uninspired and frustrated with the world upside down or feeling incomplete, the sealed divine feminine in another world, under the radar, feeling like a failure and bad news coming in, or in need of attention. The Queen of Wands with negative self-talk, spreading rumors or spying or having a child do that for them in disconnect of two people. So it could just be, if two people are divorcing, their kids are being the go-between. And it doesn't have to be something bad, but it can be as well. She's pretending that all is perfect. So it's just the sham fam, pretending that everything's fine on the outside. So you look good to the outside world, but in the meantime, everything's kind of falling apart because you're splitting up, but you're just not telling anyone about it. Or she is well and fine and good, but the negative energy is around her, a black cat and one long tail, which can reference a story, the lineage of storytellers or liars. And this is not to point anyone out. This is a read about wounds for us to clear. We've all been the killer, we've all been killed, we've all been the rapists, we've all been raped. We've all been the liars, okay? So this is coming up here with the Queen of Wands as a long lineage in her family line of storytellers. Back in the saddle after falling off, but still negative self-talk. And that's at 1050. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and 50 is the 10 of Cups, that emotional fulfillment. Okay, so back in the saddle after falling off, but still some negative self-talk. And so the Queen of Wands, can be anybody. It just depends on your situation. It usually comes up in the traditional reads for me as the karmic, but it doesn't have to be. I have Leo in my chart, so it can reference the divine feminine as well. It just has to do with our very most primal energies, as a human being, as opposed to raising your vibration to the pentacles, which is where you learn to master everything in this world. So with the world turned around and grieving, the High Priestess and Ascension, or the Viking Princess, and a bold move to the east side in a deluxe apartment in the sky. So somebody may be moving to even New York. The Ice Princess with a hook in their tail or their train, solar plexus in nature, so very much about shining their light, but the skies above are gray. Overpowering secrets and psychic abilities, or trying to run roughshod over somebody else with those abilities. Separation comes up here, and underneath that is express your love. Disconnect and immature talk and rumors on the warpath in separation. Unable to find peace with the King of Wands carrying a female burden, and the Queen of Swords with reflection of no peace. In another world getting their wishes, but the Magician reversed is on the warpath. Insecure or just lost their tools. A lantern, fruit, and a fan of dessert, and rose, and toes, and a female protected by Jesus and Thoth, and he unhappy about that because he wants control. Dark energies on both sides of the divine masculine. If remote view him working, you can actually see the dark entities on either side of him, possibly in his pockets, or people that work around them. The dark goat or the black sheep. The one on the right looks much worse than the one on the left. Touching the right elbow, actually, while the left hand is on a foot, the right hand on a knee. Studying the heel, arch, and sole, the heart and soul and feet, like palm reads of feet. Dark magician blocking the divine masculine from getting his wish. And then the romance angel, the numerology cards, the underlying energy come up as perseverance really strongly. And beneath that was change, to make a change and then persevere with it. So once you've decided, persevere. And that's the 4 and 5 of the Emperor and the Hierophant, committing to yourself. The Emperor and the Hierophant, Aries and Taurus, could definitely be an issue. Separation and sudden explosions, some kind of sudden event or epiphany or even an orgasm of secret intuition or High Priestess expressing feelings and an energy exchange. The Divine Masculine praying, grieving that 2 dark birds will go or leave his energy, one worse than the other, or the next is as bad as the next. All right, so it's just saying one is just as bad as the other. It doesn't matter. And there could be people who have their own business or where people come and go, whatever that situation is, a creative situation or a work situation, or if someone has control over hiring or firing, they could be trying to find the right replacement person, and one person is just as bad as the other. They're not really finding the right fit. The Knight of Cups on their high horse, with a chalice in hand, on his way to Rapunzel, in dizzying dream of laser beams, grids and security tricks under the slivery moon. So again, the King of Cups on his high horse, the Knight of Cups on his high horse, in a good way, with chalice in hand, on his way to Rapunzel, which references the divine feminine in the E-Tower, in a dizzying dream of laser beams, grids, and security tricks under the slivery moon, which references near the new moon. The owl visits her at her window at night. Hoot! But she doesn't see him. She only sees her sorrow. Even a small mouse can trigger an uprising. Thrown from a horse, the divine masculine prays for her every night, and she him. He finally able to let go of the old, spilled cups to embrace the new, unable to see her like this anymore. Up nights, stressed, suffering, crying, and disconnect. Negative self-talk in a bold move to manipulate, unable to find the right tools to use and persevere in separation. And where I said that he was unable to see her like this anymore, it was 11:11. So recently, for the masculine and feminine together, two flames suddenly pushed to their emotional limits in separation and heartbreak, epiphanies and spontaneous orgasm perhaps, or explosions, or throwing everyone out. At work, there may be somebody dumping emotional attachments at work that no longer serve, or the King of Wands suddenly explodes and separates, or has an epiphany about the twins, the suffering and separation, and the negative self-talk, present to the high vibration and the dance between the twins. And that was at 11:17. The foundation is the divine masculine's heart, the bat cave, the Four of Pentacles. The truth is on the side of the King of Pentacles upright, in judgment, which is also upright, between he and a lover. And it could be a lover empress upright, or the empress overseeing the lover. So it could be a lover and their mother on top of them all the time. The center here is the lovers as the twins, reaping rewards, daydreaming of what could be and how to use their savings to be the knight in shining armor as opposed to the messenger of truth. Rushing into their twin, the lover's triangle with a competitive karmic, and trying to prove she is more muscular, strong, or better looking, or the catch, in injustice of disconnect and recovery of finances and injuries, no olive branch extended. The challenge being destiny reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, that things are slow or in a downturn at work, issues of not getting along or losing money or bad ideas, a third party or people interfering, or people leaving or getting fired. Defenseless to home or union and negative self-talk, rumors, spying, and kids with big mouths, or kids with mental challenges like ADD, autism, spectrum, bipolar, whatever it is, etc. There's an end of family, or the whole family unhappy, or an end of an emotional cycle, or just done. The Queen of Swords speaking their truth about the King of Swords with the gate wide open to go through now. So there's another gate open now. Painful ending or betrayal and bleeding out, defenseless to injustice of the disconnect, breaking up, not seeing eye to eye, and recovering from the truth being told, the Emperor not connected, possibly losing his memory, or his mind, someone may be saying, or he may be feeling like he's losing his mind or his memory, being a fool, falling on his face, or ignorance is bliss, pretending not to see to protect his heart. Now, crowning the read is letting go what no longer serves, a message of love and knowing, over the purging and up being stressed or crying at night, carrying the burden or a lot of physical work to support kids and or twins, overworking but done aligning with desires, or getting their ducks in a row. For the Queen of Cups, Guinevere, Lancelot is on his way, my love. And that section that I just read about, there was a lot of Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and Scorpio energy, and just definitely a split between two people. So that last line, was the crowning line, letting go what no longer serves, a message of love coming in or going out, in their knowing, over the purging and being up late, being stressed or crying at night, being over carrying the burden, or a lot of physical work, too much to support kids and or twins, overworking, but done aligning with desires, and getting their ducks in a row. For the Queen of Cups, Guinevere, Lancelot is on his way, my love. Painful endings with kids and or twins, or positive childhood memories in the aftermath of sudden events and epiphanies, or all kicked out of the house and are trying to get back in, resisting the fall. In dumping attachments to offer a new life under the radar to the Empress, reigning over conflict, fight, competition of lovers, injustice, or divorcing, but nothing is good enough for the Empress, refusing to be seen as a failure. So that could represent the karmic or the karmic's mother, or even the Divine Masculine's own mother. Obsessing over self or being arrogant here, jealousy, insincerity, and refusal to love. Clinging at the gate as the Divine Masculine tries to start over in love and not settle this time. Not expressing feelings in recovery, the Queen of Pentacles in need of help, money, or an opportunity with the Emperor. The Queen of Pentacles in disconnect from a dream family, or just not seeing eye to eye with them, but they're both upright, so they're okay. So they're not talking, but they're both fine. Rising above being silenced, or a gag order in a divorce or family business. Seen as a fool and being someone, it could be a karmic energy too, who's been refusing to get a divorce, now being seen by the family as a fool to not take this offer for a new life. So maybe the Masculine's giving them a really good offer, or maybe they're giving them everything and they're still refusing. And that was at 11:41. So even now the family is saying, why, you're crazy. You have everything you need, and it could just be family money that they already have to start a new life. Why do you want to live in unhappiness? So that could be coming up. Soon is the 11:41 still, the Ace of Cups and the Justice, so a new love and allowing justice to happen. The Ten of Cups reversed, the Hermit shedding light on an ending or unhappiness, and the Queen of Swords speaking her truth. Up nights rising above, lack of inspiration and frustrated, possibly tantrums or a difficult child, and walking away and within for time alone to see the truth. And inspiration was written down at 11:44. That's the Justice and the Four of Cups, that mastering, grounding, and integrating. So back to meditation and the 5D when you have some time alone. So it's really so much about making time for yourself, even if you have other people you're living with, family or kids, to get up earlier in the morning, to have your spiritual time, but hanging out with a new perspective at home and in union, feeling in limbo at times, the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine seen they see themselves as the King of Cups, which is unconditional love, offering help to each other and to others, the loyal servant to change our destiny and the world as well, and release all anxieties or free themselves and others from the prisons they've been in. But it is a slow process. Starting over and not settling, in need of help, money, or time, or energy. Some people may have learning blocks, or a child in need, or a poor student, or this is an opportunist deceiving you to please themselves, or in need of help to start over by the new moon. Or just being up, like I said, before the kids, before dawn, to have time on your own to find your happy. So wedding comes up, so the situation involves marriage, forgiving and learning, codependencies, romantic feelings, and then true love, that this is a romance of a lifetime. Around us are how we are seen as the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine is the Nine of Cups, which is upright, but powerless to the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Could be a brother and sister team against the Divine Feminine, or the Divine Masculine and Karmic, who are happy and draining the Divine Feminine financially or practically, or the King and Queen of Wands are with one child who's financially draining them, or one child who's happy with themselves and the other child who's financially draining. They spend too much money. Or the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are the King and Queen of Wands, losing their sovereignty in a practical way to now be with each other, each happy with themselves. The etheric selves, the King of Cups, and the 3D selves, the King and Queen of Wands, to get past insecurities with each other, and need for both of them to clear blocks of the 10 of Orbs or the 10 of Swords, the painful endings and betrayal, back pain and spine issues, massage and acupuncture, and other alternative treatments to release sexual blocks, to come clean with new passion together. Know your sexuality is a big part of you and your happiness and your creativity. Work to align with your desires. The King of Cups dreams and is healing. The Queen of Cups is reversed. They're wounded and needs to heal sadness of the journey together. So it's coming up that the sexual healing really has more to do with the masculine, and the depression and grief healing has more to do with the feminine, but they both go back and forth because they've both been through both of them just at different times in the journey. The King the karmic completion comes up, and physical activity as really important for the masculine and the feminine now, as well as communication and patience. But even more so is the actual change and spiritual partnership. Reunion. No expectations. The first time will go quick, so it's only natural after all of this. No one needs to have anxieties or worries or insecurities about being together for the first time. No worries about falling asleep or falling short in performing rescue efforts. All is good. The Knight of Pentacles proposes truth and a new life, and being okay with being a fool in their knowing that he may have debt to his home or union, but he's feeling strong. The need to correct imbalances with ego and or Leo, Capricorn, Aries, and then the Knight of Pentacles coming up with an offer or proposal with devilish intentions, or a Capricorn laying down their swords and completing, willingly falling off balance, letting go completely to be in his truth and look a fool. So what? Negative self-talk is over, with the war being over. Now only truth and possible some apologies as well. And that was at 12:01 to 12:02. That's the Hangman and the Magician, and then the Hangman and the High Priestess. So no peace in a divorce situation, or fighting, competing to end the unhappiness of impatience, tempers, and fallen angel, hanging in limbo, recovering from injustice of the devil and or Capricorn, waving, tired, sick, overexposed, holding on loosely, grounding, saving, and being moderate, holding back passions to regain control of the Emperor, who's now back on top. I don't know if type needs to come up. Maybe he's back in type. I don't know if he's typing, but he's back on top and now in control of his life again. There's a disconnect of the Divine Masculine's heart as the King of Cups, unconditional love and happiness of self, the twins' path of lovers, challenged by the slowdown of destiny to end the emotional cycle or family cycle, some kind of painful ending or betrayal, letting go of what no longer serves, and offer help, proposal, loyal servant in a sexy way with negative self-talk. After invasion of Normandy, there may be a little bit of PTSD left over to work on, and the truth, while coming together, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So the disconnect of the twins' path and suffering, the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, lovers let go of what doesn't serve, challenged by this slowdown of the retrogrades, now starting to turn around again. The King of Cups, ending family, being happy alone, finding happiness within self in a painful ending, offering a devilish proposal in the end to work on PTSD, sex issues and sadness issues, and truth only. And that's how the read ended. So it was really beautiful. The cards in this read were just amazing. So now I'm going to pull you guys some cards for the 12 card read, but I haven't done any of those yet. So I'm going to show you this read really quick. So there's your Two of Cups with the underlying energies. Recent past is the Two of Flames, which was upright also. Four of Crystals was upright. The Lovers was upright. The Challenge of the Great Wheel was reversed. So that's just a slowdown. The other underlying energies, you see Rapunzel there over to the left in the E Tower. And then crowning here, you have the Seven of Cups, which was reversed because you're dumping all of those things that no longer serve you. Coming across in the near future, the Ten of Chalices, which was reversed, ending of an emotional cycle. The masculine and the feminine both see themselves as the King of Cups together, and you see all of the romance angel cards there. Around them is that Nine of Cups. You can't see it very well, but yeah, it's the 6 rays coming down. So that's upright today. And then we have that Ten of Swords, which is the blocks that both the masculine and feminine need to clear. Any sources of pain and betrayal, and especially having to do with sexual issues and grief issues. Okay, so sadness and crying. So there we have up at the end, you see that reunion and the rescue. The Knight of Wands is reversed, but that's okay because that's going to be, you know, either holding back passion or tuckering out the last minute because there's, you know, a lot of stress with a reunion. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles there who's upright with the Devil upright behind him. The Page of Swords reversed. So that's just the negative self-talk that's been coming in through the whole read. Then we have the End of the War with the Five of Swords reversed above that. And then the Ace of Swords, which is upright. And then we end up there on the Emperor. And that's all the cards. So now we're going to pull some cards for all 12 signs. So let's see what we have with this beautiful read today. I was just amazed when I saw all the cards coming out today. I was just, wow. That never happens. Plus 777s and 1010s. Like that's, you know. So I'm kind of excited to see what these cards come out because we've definitely been getting a turnaround because for the past month, the cards have been coming out minor arcanas mostly, and a lot of reversals for everybody. It's not just for one sign. It's just the energies over the past month. And now we're coming into Saturn's has gone direct, but it needs time to build up speed. And then we have October 3rd with Pluto. So you have 2 huge planets changing direction to go forward, which is going to take that energy that's built up, that momentum from the retrograde and the backpedaling, the going within the vacuum of 0 point in order to propel you forward. Okay. Let's see, this is the Rider-Waite, the regular Rider-Waite. So we're going to do this first for all Aries through Pisces, all 12 signs, September 21st, 2019, for the best and highest good of all those concerned across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities. Clearing all negative energies and filling with only beautiful, organic love and diamond light, and so it is. Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs, please. September 21st, 2019. Okay. All right, so first is for Aries. We have the Fool reversed. For Taurus, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. For Gemini, the Page of Pentacles reversed. For Cancer, the Nine of Pentacles upright. Then we have Leo, the Empress reversed. What's today? Today's Saturday, right? This is for Virgo, so the Ten of Cups upright. So that's beautiful. Then we have Libra as the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself without being defensive or reactive. Then we have Scorpio, the Five of Pentacles. So feeling a little abandoned there today. And then we have Sagittarius, the Two of Swords. Then we have Capricorn, the Nine of Cups, beautiful. Then we have Aquarius, the Four of Pentacles reversed, so letting go, maybe to repair something, maybe spending a little money on the house or to repair a relationship, whatever, it could be anything like that. Then we have Pisces with the Five of Cups reversed, getting over any grief, regret, or loss, or guilt or shame, okay? Getting over feeling sorry for yourself as well. Getting over clinging to that third baton and not finishing the race or starting over again, okay? So then I put some cards down here, which we'll get to later when we're done with these. And let's just pull a couple extras here. We'll do that next. All right, and we'll leave it at that because there's awakening there. So the bottom of the deck. So the underlying card first for the fire signs is the Nine of Wands. This is for fire. So feeling a bit guarded, but just been through the war, feeling that PTSD a bit. This is at the top of the earth signs, the Queen of Wands. Then we have the air signs, the Two of Pentacles. And the water signs has the Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, so trying to get over those purging cycles or being up late at night or stress, all that kind of stuff. And then we end up on the Queen of Swords speaking her truth. So it's like me speaking to you. Okay, so now we have the Kipper deck. So we're going to do the same for the Kipper deck and for the Thoth deck. We'll get a lot of energy for all signs here, okay? Take a deep breath, you guys. It's so beautiful out here today. It's not too hot. It's just really kind of breezy, and it was nice and cool this morning. I was cold last night, though. I had to put my heavier blanket on. All right, so for Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs for September 21st, 2019, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Aries to Pisces, September 21st, 2019. Aries to Pisces. Oh, dropped the whole deck. Alrighty. So this is Aries, main female, with the Fool reversed. Taurus has the Child, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Maybe mom's just stuck with the kid today and not that happy about it. This is Gemini, so Gemini is the Lovers, and that's Gemini energy. But that's the Page of Pentacles with the Lovers. So someone in need of help, or you might want to be careful because that can be the opportunist as well. So no fear. Just know what, use your abilities to know how you feel when you're around someone. Unexpected income for Cancer. And then for Leo, with the Empress reverse, we have imprisonment. So that could literally be someone going to jail or someone feeling imprisoned and not happy about it. And then we have Virgo, Great Fortune. Oh, I got nice cards today. Then we have Libra, in despair. So standing up for themselves, but feeling in despair. And then we have Scorpio on the journey. All right, so he's feeling a little bit, or he or she's been feeling a little abandoned. So it's coming up as, part of the journey. Okay, then we have, this is Sagittarius, so some kind of courtship, staying balanced in their knowing. And then we have Capricorn, the community. So feeling one with the community, happy with self. So then they pull in people who are like them and who actually make them happy. Then we have Aquarius and the coffin. That could just be an ending to something, or someone has to actually put money out to buy a coffin for a relative who may have passed. And then we have Pisces, which has the house. So they're over some kind of loss or regret. So whether it's buying or selling a house, or dealing with a problem house that's costs a lot of money to fix, or a house that people are fighting over, it can be anything. But getting over it, which is good. So there's definitely been some suffering up top there for all of the water signs. So they probably feel, but they're, we have the wounded warrior over here. So the water and fire feeling it the most. Air and earth are more light today. So then I picked one card for everybody, which is the mature woman. So that can be anyone who's a mature woman, okay? Is there anything? I just want to see what comes up. So there's some change. I'm going to keep that in the deck, but just so you see what was next for that. Then at the bottom of the deck is the Thief. So this is underlying for everybody, and beneath that is a message, okay? And regarding the main male. And then the main female is on Aries today. So just so you have an idea of what's the underlying energy and the courthouse. There's definitely some legal stuff going on with the Thief and the courthouse and some kind of message in the main male. So let's see what comes up. And we have the Thoth deck. So everybody take another deep breath. So this is 4407, I noticed. So that is the mastering, grounding, and integrating of the Four of Cups and the Seven of the Chariot. Boldly going forward after mastering all of your energies. This is for the Thoth deck. For the best and highest good of all those concerned, September 21st, 2019. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. A lot, okay. So here's Aries, is the Ace of Wands. Taurus, the Aeon or Eon is the Judgment card. Gemini has the Tower reversed. Cancer has Success reversed. Okay. Leo has Abundance reversed. So Leo's not happy today. All right. Then Virgo has Virtue reversed, which is the it's like the Three of Wands reversed. So it's like living in the past or looking back to the past. Like losing your virtue by not staying in the moment. Then we have Libra. And that could also just be going back for Virgo as well. The Knight of Wands here for Libra. So this is a good spurt of passion out of despair, getting themselves busy again. And then we have Scorpio with Prudence, which is like it's the Eight of Discs, so like the Eight of Pentacles. So the work, being at work, but it's reversed. So you're not being prudent. You're either overworking or you're not working. Or it's not working. That's Scorpio. So obviously, because Scorpio's having a tough time, Scorpio and Leo are connected, and actually Aquarius. And those three signs are very much connected for me a lot of the time. Sagittarius has Valor reversed. So that's Seven of Wands. So it's like standing up for yourself. This is not standing up for yourself or just feeling defenseless to the energies coming at you, whether it's energy or people attacking you. But you can be okay with that too by not caring what others think. If they're not okay with you, then that's okay. You go away. We'll come back another time maybe. Then we have Capricorn has Swiftness, which is like the Eight of Wands. That energy, the arrows of love back and forth. And then Aquarius has the Hierophant upright with the coffin. And then we have Pisces, which has the Emperor reversed. Yep, the Emperor reversed. So that's feeling out of control or abuse of their power or just ego death as well. It could be out of control with a house, or maybe the expenses are getting out of control for Pisces. And then we'll pick a card for everybody. And we have the High Priestess. How perfect. We have the Mature Woman and the High Priestess. Let's see what came after that, just so you have an idea. Okay, Gain. So the Nine of Pentacles, which is beautiful. That's the card that was on Cancer, I think. But that's sovereignty for the feminine energy. So the High Priestess and their sovereignty, which is great. Then we have the underlying energy in this deck is the Empress reversed. So we have the Emperor and the Empress reversed, okay? This was on Leo. So Leo Leo's unhappiness or going to jail or imprisoning themselves is affecting everyone today. And there's the Thief, all right? So Leo, there definitely may be someone going to jail who has Leo energy or just ego energy. It doesn't have to be a Leo person. It can reference ego. But there's a thief going to jail for sure, and it's feminine energy, the Empress reverse, and it could be a Leo. And it could be just someone putting themselves in a mental prison, but with all this underlying energy, you will see a female going to prison for sure. So now we're going to clarify for each sign. Take another deep breath. For Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. Let's see how they all work together. But yeah, that whatever that is affecting everyone. That's why I wanted to bring that up. The Thief and the Empress reversed, but also the High Priestess and the Mature Woman. So somebody else being very mature and then someone else being very immature. Obviously, if they're getting in trouble and going to jail. And there's a card flipped over in here. I just wanted to fix that. Okay. Okay. All right. So for... Oh, let me split these for you before I shuffle one more time. Okay. One more deep breath. Okay. So for Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs for the best and highest good of all is concerned, September 21st, 2019. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Aries to Pisces. Aries to Pisces. Okay. So we'll just do these one at a time. And if I need to clarify more, I will. Aries has the Eight of Swords. So feeling imprisoned. Taurus has the King of Wands reversed. Gemini, the Ace of Wands reversed. Cancer, the Judgment card upright. Leo, the Six of Pentacles upright. Very interesting. Virgo has the Four of Swords reversed. Libra has the Three of Wands reversed. Scorpio has the Six of Cups reversed, thank God. All right, so there's some saving grace for Scorpio there. Then the Four of Pentacles here for Sag. And for Capricorn, we have the Page of Wands reversed. For Aquarius, we have the Three of Swords reversed. And then Pisces has the Five of Swords reversed. So that's good, it's reversed. And then one card for everybody, we have Justice for all. Wow, that's great with the Mature Woman and the Priestess, and then Justice. That might have to do with this here, with the Six of Pentacles after that Thief energy, which is now on the bottom of this deck. Now, we'll clarify more with this deck, but I will leave this out because that has to do with the Thief energy. The thief's coming out or being caught. So, again, that's there. So, I'm going to put this down while I'm picking them up. Let's see what we have. All right, so this is Aries. So all the fire signs are the wounded warrior today. So someone's still protecting their old wounds, not giving up the fight. And you don't need to fight, right? You're no longer who you were in the past. This is the Fool reverse. So feeling or doing something foolish, lacking faith, falling from grace, falling on your face literally and hurting yourself. But having to do with the main female, somebody could be falling for her. And then we have the Ace of Wands and a new passion, but feeling trapped by that new passion, okay? So this Aries could be the main female or it could be a masculine falling for this main female. But there's definitely new passion here. Someone feeling foolish, but could be in a good way. But the wounded warrior is too tired to care. So this comes out feeling trapped because they're not able to express this because they're maybe scared to come forward or feeling like a fool or feel like they're lacking faith. Or the feminine energy could feel foolish because she's done so much already. She doesn't want to come forward again, but feeling imprisoned by that energy. So we could clarify that a little bit further. Let's see what else is coming up for Aries. Why is Aries trapped? All right, so they're coming out. They're done aligning with their desires, and they're coming out with that new passion, but they're feeling in prison right now because they haven't done it yet. They're coming out now. They're now ready to implement their plan. All right, good. Then we have Leo. Like Leo is that Empress reversed imprisonment, so it can just be imprisoned in their mind. Someone could have had a miscarriage, or somebody could have Alzheimer's imprisoned in their mind, or someone literally could go to jail. But it's definitely feminine energy. And here we have the Abundance or the Empress card again reversed, all right? Double Empress reversed, all right? This is tons of lack. And then that justice is served, but not for Leo, all right? Or justice is served for Leo, and there's someone in Leo's life who was stealing from them or cheating or whatever it is. But this person could just be sick too. And because of, they could have two sick parents as well. And it's like a prison, right? Because you're always giving to them. That could be that as well. So let's see what else is coming up for Leo. So someone's wounded warrior because they're just exhausted. They can't take care of them anymore. Or the Leo is the one going to prison. Or imprisoning themselves because of wrongdoing or miscarriage or an illness or just their own lack. I mean, the Empress reverse can be a really nasty person abusing your power. So it just depends on your situation. So this is coming up for Leo. In the end, it comes out good. Coming together at work and then coming together socially with friends and getting some attention. So this is like you need to go to work to feel better so you're not stuck home with the ill parents. Or if Leo's coming out like this, it's because you've been relieved of whoever was stealing or draining you, or no longer needing to take care of those people, or just getting a night out to yourself to get attention. Okay? But it might be hard to take in all this positive energy because you're still feeling drained by all that other energy. And there could be a dispute between two people. We have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, not looking at each other back to back. All right? But they may work together or socialize together. And it's a problem right now because they both want to get attention with the same people, but they may not be able to do that in the same environment. And one could feel like one or the other stole from the other or cheated on the other or whatever it was. But it's definitely coming up as two people who work together or socialize together. Right? So this could be work and social life saying, come on guys, come out. And maybe they can't because they're stuck taking care of other people, or they're the ones who are ill. And these are all the people coming to try to cheer them up, but maybe they don't stay too long. And this is totally like, I was just visiting my mom at the Alzheimer's facility. So, this is me and my sister there coming in. And this could be my mom, and the woman who takes care of her is very nice. And there's nothing wrong. It's just one stuck taking care of her and the other one's sick. So it could be a lot of different things here. But again, like I said, someone definitely is going to jail there, whether it's Leo or someone that Leo's dealing with. But there is justice in the end here. There's a rebalancing for Leo. So don't worry, things will work out. Sagittarius. Either being in your knowing and being balanced, or pretending not to know, because ignorance is bliss, so you think, in a courtship situation of the Seven of Wands reversed, feeling defenseless to the energies and trying to hold on loosely. Okay, trying to protect your heart in a love situation or a courtship situation. Somebody actually could be getting a courtship at court, like if they're learning to be a lawyer, that kind of thing. But definitely someone, there's no valor here, like feeling defenseless because no one's sticking up for you, or just learning to save and ground and hold on loosely and just take care of yourself. And this could be where, this could be a relationship where they're already together for a long time and just pretending like it looks good, but really someone's just, ignorance is bliss. They don't want people to know that things aren't going good. One's not sticking up for the other, and they're just, trying to ground and save and stay comfortable in a practical way, but they're not really happy. So let's see what else is coming up for Sagittarius. Okay, we have detox, a need to detox and choose a new path. This either could be by the new moon, or maybe you need to get up early before the sunrise in order to get some alone time, or literally just detoxing in deception, so choosing a new path and leaving that connection. So somebody could be moving or leaving or ending a marriage or ending a party, a big party or celebration may be over, or it could be canceled. So this could be a deception, and it's canceled, or by the new moon, it'll be over, and then things can change. So that's Sag. All right, so now we have the earth signs with the Queen of Wands on the top. So we have Queen of Pentacles reversed for Taurus. Then we have the Child, and then the Judgment type card, the Eon, or Aeon, however you want to pronounce it, and then the King of Wands reversed. So he's either ill, exhausted, or pissed. All right, so we have Judgment here, and then all of a sudden the flame started making a lot of noise. So I think he's pissed. Yeah, the flame is like all of a sudden just started making a lot of noise. So there's obviously two unhappy people, a man and a woman in the situation, dealing with a child. Or like I said, it could be related to the Empress. Someone could have had a miscarriage. But maybe one or the other maybe didn't want to have another child. And so someone feels justice in the situation, or this could be also court issues and final judgment about custody, like who gets custody. And it looks like there could be one with the Queen of Pentacles, but they're both unhappy with the situation either way. Could be her own inner child too, or she's just stuck home with the kids today. It's Saturday. But a decision has been made, but no one's really happy about it. But we got the Queen of... these two are unhappy, but the Queen of Wands up top is fine. She's upright. So this could be having a child out of wedlock. Like if this person's married to the Queen of Wands, he could have had an affair and had a child out of wedlock. And so these two are pissed because now they have to deal with this situation. There's some kind of judgment made where she's going to keep the child. And the Queen of Wands has been left out of it. I don't know if she's aware or if she's just doesn't care. Let's see what's coming up. And that could be, the Queen of Wands could be the sister or just a relative to the King of Wands as well. Or it could be someone else. They're breaking up with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands is the person that the King of Wands is going toward. So this is all for Taurus. So there's definitely an offer of love to be had in surrender of the wounded warrior. The secret is out. And so now there's an offer of love. Somebody on a quest. I'm not getting the fight because this is giving up, and this is definitely the secret out here. It can be not using your intuition, right? So right after you've given up, you're just letting go. But there's definitely a quest, or this could be playtime as well. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. So with all of this difficult energy, like maybe it's finally ended, whatever the battle was, someone's coming along to offer love, whether it's a friend or a new lover. Because the secret's out, it's time to play, or there could still be some animosity between the Knight of Cups person and the King of Pentacles reversed. Because this person looks like they lost money and status, or they're just all about money. Could be just ungrounded too. It can be as simple as that. But it's all around the Taurus energy. So there's a lot going on there because there's a lot of people coming up, right? Because we already had the King of Wands reversed along with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which is Taurus energy for sure. Here could be the partner of the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So there could be two different people, both divorcing. Or, like I said, someone had an affair and had a child out of wedlock. So it could be so many different combinations. You have both King and Queen of Pentacles reversed. Of the Wands, only the King of Wands is reversed. The Queen of Wands is upright. And then we have this offer of love, which can just be the offer. It can actually be another person who's offering love to the wounded warrior who is actually over the fire sign. So that could be someone with fire. Now that the secret is out. But there's all sorts of relationships falling apart. This person's depressed or loss of hope, but then offering a new life to start over again. The surrender, now that the secret is out. It's like this person may want to make peace, but this person still wants to fight because they're still drained or mad or depressed, but they want their own new life. They don't want this life. They want their own. Well, anyway, that's Taurus. A lot of people there with Taurus. Then we have Virgo has the Ten of Cups, so a completion of a cycle, emotional cycle, or just a very happy family, or emotional fulfillment for someone with a great fortune coming in. Whether it doesn't have to be money, it can be emotional, spiritual fulfillment. But then we have Virtue reverse, which is that Three of Wands reverse. So it's about going back, and just could be going back to something to rise above, or it could be someone living in the past, but now it's like completed that cycle. It's like completing that cycle of great fortune and living in the past. And this could be just rising above the past, rising above the situation so you can enjoy this great fortune that's come in for you. And we have the Queen of Wands up top, so that could be related to the Virgo. She could have fire in her energy, or it could be the person, it could just be someone around you, a friend. It could be someone, a pet friend from the past that there's nothing wrong with you or them, but it's just someone you need to disconnect from at this time because they no longer resonate with you, right? And you're detaching from all of those things that no longer resonate or serve your highest purpose. So it could be as simple as that. Or a cycle is over and you may feel like you're going to go back to sleepless nights Did I pull cards? I did pull cards, didn't I? Let me pull one more for Virgo. So that's connected to some of the fire too. So ready to choose a new path by the new moon. There's some kind of change in direction. So whatever the good fortune has to do, it has to do with connection to whatever that other sign was that had those cards. And rising above. And by a lot of will be happening by the new moon, it looks like, according to this read. All right, so now we have Capricorn, happy with themselves. Could be out at a happy hour as well. But you know, just because they're happy with themselves, they can be happy with everyone else, because they only pull in people who resonate with them because they're being their authentic self. And then we have swiftness of the 8 of that energy back and forth. There's really good flow of energy here for Capricorn. But with the Page of Wands reversed, there may be someone around you or a child who's lacking inspiration or having tantrums or just very frustrated. And this could be this person. They're good by themselves, but then when they get around too many people, they don't know why they end up getting really triggered. But this is part of the journey, right? You have to learn to go be by yourself or work on your wounds or whatever triggered you here. Even though the energy is good, it may be too much or too many people, and you're empathic, so you're absorbing that energy. And it could have to do with the Queen of Wands. So someone who's very social and popular and creative and likes to do physical things. They probably like to work out and be busy all the time. That may no longer resonate with Capricorn. They may have a different perspective now. Okay, so now we have Gemini. I can't remember if I have to pull cards for them still. But Gemini is the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Lovers. So in need of help, money, time, energy, anything like that, an opportunity, an invitation, or it could be a child that doesn't know how to manifest themselves, or it can be an opportunist as well. Or just someone who struggles with learning, okay? But there's Lovers here. The Tower reversed, so in the aftermath, it could be resisting as well, but more in the aftermath of sudden events. Someone may all of a sudden be in need of assistance, like financial assistance or help with school. But there's definitely an affection here, but frustration as well, like wanting to start a new passion but doesn't know how. So what did I pull for cat? My memory is so bad I can't even remember if I just pulled cards for them or not. For those of you who don't know me, I got hit by a car like 3 years ago when I was jogging, so my recall can be pretty bad sometimes. Oh, wow. Well, the Magician's standing straight up in my lap here. So that was coming up for first Capricorn. I wanted to just clarify real quick. So there may be some frustration there. But this is coming, it was upright there and now reversed. It could be upright energies too, because it was flipping around. But there's definitely manifestation power here for Capricorn. Just a little bit frustration in disconnecting from people that you don't resonate with anymore. That's the block for Capricorn. For Gemini, with Lovers and the Tower reversed, and the needing to learn how to manifest, or just an opportunity, or need a loan, or something like that. Why does Gemini have those energies? Okay, so Gemini's going through some grieving. There may have been a lie or a split, or just needing to cut through some crap and get to the point of it and offer love. This was coming up the other day too. I shuffle these cards a lot. So someone needs to just stop the mourning and feeling sorry or feeling guilty. Their own guilt about this other person may be what's keeping them from this person, but they just need to let go of the lies, the split, the crap, and just come forward and be love and surrender. Okay, that's Gemini. Then we have Libra. The Seven of Wands upright, but feeling despair, maybe trying to find a job and they're not able to find one. The Knight of Wands, though, is getting out there, right? Stand up for themselves. But this again could be going back to the past, or looking back at the past, and this may be a little danger for them not wanting to go back to the same old thing they used to do, wanting to find something new. So be careful about going back or rushing back to get something to bring it forward to the new with you. Okay, but there's some despair here for sure. Now the Two of Pentacles is there for the air signs, juggling at the top. So that could be just doing the daily grind, trying to balance your 8, doing the dance within, the masculine and the feminine. But it can also be performing, trying to have a front there so people can't see what's really going on behind you. So let's go, what's going on with Libra here? Whoops. As the whole deck falls. Oh, yep, there's like half the deck there. Okay. Let's try that again for Libra. Libra, why does Libra have that? Okay. So again, this was the same as Gemini. Same exact thing. Need to get over yourself and just be love. There may be a divide or a split, so somebody could be going through a breakup or divorce or split from a business. Trying to find new work, feeling sorrow, grief, or loss, or feeling regret, shame, or guilt. Could also be just feeling sorry for yourself, or not letting go of that third baton, not letting go of the past, to just turn around and face the future, be love. All right, again, and surrender. So that's same. Gemini and Libra were very similar there. So no worries. Just let go of the sorrow, the negative self-talk. So now we have Aquarius, letting go to repair, whether it's making amends to your house or other people, or just learning to spend a little money, not hold on so tightly. But we have a coffin here and the Hierophant. Okay, so definitely could be a church service here for a funeral, or some kind of remembrance, or just a service of anything because of the end of a journey, an end of a job, an end of a marriage, some kind of ceremony, or learning to commit to your higher self. And this is a form of healing. Okay, so it's definitely healing and forgiving needed here. This could be commitment to anything. This could be the patriarchy, it could be tradition, it can be commitment to anything, to God, to your higher self, to marriage, to a Taurus, all right? But there's definitely ending there for Aquarius. So let's see what else is coming up there. And it has to do with juggling and trying to stay balanced. Really should be committing to their higher self to heal. Again, all 3 air signs got the exact same thing. Letting go of the sadness or the guilt. Cut through the crap. Get the separation done with. Or stop lying. And just be your authentic self, which is love and surrender. Okay, came up the same for every air sign. That never happens. So all air signs may be connected too, or you may have all those signs in your chart. Then Cancer, we have the 9 of Pentacles upright. Unexpected income. Success is reversed, but this is 6 of Pentacles. So it's just saying there may be some debt or an imbalance here. But this person looks good and has unexpected income, so they have plenty, and maybe someone's being judgmental. They may owe a debt, or someone owes them. Even though they have a lot, someone could owe them. This could be a call to action to do service, if you have money, to share with others and do charitable work or that kind of thing, or the call to action or making announcements. Could be doing videos like I do, but it also can be a final judgment coming through where there's an imbalance. So this person has unexpected income, but at the same time may need to pay something off as well. Or somebody owes them and they actually get paid in a judgment. So there's definitely sorrow here because we have stress and, purging energy there with the 8 of Swords up top reversed. Even though it's reversed, you haven't hit the 10 yet, so you're still within that suffering pain cycle. It's not easy to deal with. So someone, even though they may be financially good, they're going through a lot of suffering. So just trying to get past that, and maybe helping others is helping them. Okay, so that's Cancer. Let's see here. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay. So Cancer has to do with this King of Pentacles reversed and depression, which came up for Taurus, I believe, who has 10 million people in their life. And this has to do with either a fight or competition, conflict, or a quest. But there's depression here to get out of this energy. All right, so he may be doing great financially, but he's depressed. So this is just ungrounded and conflicted on how to get out of this mess. But all of a sudden, by turning around and offering what he does have, the good aspect, because he's got plenty of money, when he learns to give his money, it's going to help him get over his depression and suffering. Okay, so giving to the poor. So it's saying everyone can give in different ways. So someone doesn't have money, they work to make money and help others that way. If someone already has the money that they had, then they can give charitably because they already have plenty. So it's just showing you how to get out of your sadness by giving to others is always a great way to do that. So here we have Scorpio too, which is feeling, so Cancer may be helping Scorpio, who is feeling left out in the cold or got kicked out of something in exile, or just, feeling very much alone. There are two people here, so it could be someone out there with you, but someone could have an injury as well in a practical way and needs to journey, but how do you journey on crutches and carry all those suitcases? So that could be it, like just they're traveling and ran into a little snag there. But then we have the Princess reverse, which is like the Prudence reverse, which is the 8 of Pentacles reversed. So either they're fully aligned now after overworking, or not working, or what they're doing isn't working. So it could be someone who's fired or left the job because they have to travel, or now they need a new location. Okay, but something's not working, but all of a sudden there's this, which is coming together with your twin. It could be spending time with your children. This totally changes all of this energy. This is one energy, and then we have this. Makes it all better. Okay, so whatever suffering Scorpio is going through, they know that there's someone they can go to, whether it's their kids, their twin, a friend, that will make it all better. It'll seem like everything was never even there. So there's Scorpio for you. Someone offering a little bit of love to help you get out of your funk. Okay, grounding and integrating an offer of love. Or just bored and needing a friend to talk to. The King of Swords is reversed here, and the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. And these could be these two people, like they just need to get together already, right? One is wanting to offer, and the other one maybe not, because with the twins, it could be because before it was reversed, where this person was offering and this person was ignoring them. This person may be worried if they offer, they can ignore them. But no one's happy because they're in fear of coming together when they just want to come together and be happy, like the two kids in the garden. That's the Scorpio energy. The Capricorn just needs to wave hello. There is no option. Okay? There could be codependencies between these people as well. If it's not a twin relationship, it could be the karmic relationship where they no longer want this. It's the same old thing. They're bored with it. And there's a codependency here that needs to be worked out without options, okay? So it can be one extreme or the other, but either way, and coming together with those two children in the garden, whoever that is to you, whether it's your children, your twin, or somebody else, or an old friend, that's your way. That's the way to go for Scorpio here. And then we have, after those two, we come to the moon at night. No options at night, just howling at the moon, and then coming in home or coming into union. Okay, someone's coming in with the truth or the knight in shining armor. So Scorpio, you know what to do to get out of your suffering. And then we have Pisces, getting over themselves. About the house, or the big house, or the Empress reversed. So this is the big house, if it's regarding the Empress reversed, which can be Leo or Pisces. So this is Leo and Pisces dealing with each other, or they have both in their chart. But this is after the end of the war. So over it, ending the war, getting apologies, but someone may literally have gone to jail, or this big house, the money pit, is a jail, or they just don't like this house and they need to move. Maybe they couldn't sell it, or it could have to do with purchasing too. This is getting over the loss of a house, or getting over yourself and your own issues with this house. but there's definitely an Empress reversed who is not happy or has issues, or this Empress reverse passed away and left you this house, but it's nothing but a money pit. So you didn't want to sell it because it's gifted to you, but at the same time you don't like it, so you want to get rid of it. So a lot of different stories there, but there's suffering going on because of it. Let's see what else is coming up for Pisces. All right, this is Pisces. It's really positive for Pisces. Time to get moving, to express your feelings, get busy, back and forth communication or energy exchange, arrows of love, because there's love coming in. All right, be in your knowing and stay balanced. Do the dance. Wow, that was unexpected for Pisces. And then we end up on the World reversed at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we just need completion there. If you haven't listened to Magenta Pixie, you might want to check out her video. She's just talking about 3 dark nights from the 23rd, I guess, to the 25th. A reset of sorts for the twins. And then I have to show you these cards down here. So again, the cards that came out for you guys were the High Priestess and Justice for all. In some kind of stealing or cheating or whatever it is that was coming out in the underlying energies. And the mature woman is involved with everyone too, and that could have to do with that Empress going to jail, or she's ill, or someone who passed already. All right, so someone's in jail because their loved one passed away and they feel in jail. So this is the bottom of the fire signs, ending the fight or the battle. Okay, no longer wanting to do that. Or you lost a competition. And then earth signs have the High Priestess, being in your knowing, being intuitive, quiet, keeping to yourself. And then we have the air signs stuck in their emotions without peace, maybe wanting to send your kids back to the other parent. And then we have water signs who are now manifesting. They're coming out of their extreme suffering and feeling that major manifestation ability. And so those are the 4. So letting go of the battle to come into your knowing, use your psychic abilities. Even when you're stuck in your emotion, use that to be creative and manifest magic into your magician embodiment using DNA, your abilities. And then the King of Pentacles reversed may just awaken there, okay? This could be someone, if he's greedy, he's got a big head. But other than that, it's just someone ungrounded who may have lost some money and status recently, or a relative, so they're a little off today. But this is coming into their awakening or coming up with a good idea after feeling that the being off. You have a good cry and you reset. Come into your magician embodiment, your quantum leap, and then come up all of a sudden with a new idea. So there's a lot of back and forth energy right now, but just know it's all this kind of readjustment with Saturn and Pluto going forward now. All right, this is something else I wanted to pull. What time is it? It's 1:23, right on the dot. And 23 is the King of Wands. Let me pull. I'm going to pull one Romance Angel card for you, and that's it. We'll read that, and then we'll be done. Okay, so Romance. I'm sorry, not Romance Angel, Journey of Love. So everyone take another deep breath for Journey of Love, just for some guidance about all this stuff from the read today. Journey of Love. Journey of Love for everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? For the best and highest good of all those concerned. And so it is. Let's clear all the negative energy and fill with only beautiful organic love and diamond light. What is our advice? Nope. What is our advice? Oh, there it is. Boop. Devotion to the small. There's they want me to count a few cards too. Let's see what comes out. That's it. Anything else you want me to count? Nope. Nope. Okay, Intimacy is at the bottom of the deck, number 35, which is that Wounded Warrior. The 9 of Wands. Let's see, 4 cards came out just to count, but I can show you them since there's only 4, and this is the card for you guys. Devotion to the Smalls, number 32, the Journey, the 6 of Wands. And I'm going to read that to you. The 4 cards that came out are Beauty, which is 58. 58 is the 4 of Swords. Get your beauty rest. Heart of God, which is 9, which is the Hermit. Go within, into your heart, connect that way. And then we have Soft, which is 47, 7 of Cups, seeing synchronicities, heaven in their eyes, the Pearl, the ovary, right? The beauty that comes from the suffering. Be soft. And then look how they parallel, the seed of the heart. And from this comes the inspiration of the heart, the 25 of the Knight of Wands. That's really beautiful. Okay, but the 4 is all about the Emperor. That the Emperor is devotion to the small, which is 32. And that says, devotion to the small. She bows, she honors growth. She sees that within the smallest flower there is teaching of the earth, the gospel of Gaia, the mystery of life demonstrated. She recognizes that she too is of nature, subject to the mysteries of growth and life, that in honoring nature and taking pleasure in life, she opens her heart to allow great creation to happen through her. This is the feminine wisdom, alive in men and women with open hearts. There is an innate wisdom within you that understands this devotion to the Mother, the Earth Mother, as an important step in fulfilling your spiritual destiny on this planet. She's speaking to you now, letting you know there's a small change happening, something that is growing within you that you may recognize but not think is so important. Yet she tells you now that it is very significant. Soon you will see that what you thought was a seed to yield a single flower is actually blossoming into a lush garden of manifestation. Gratitude and love for the small changes happening are leading you into fullness that you can only dream of. Enjoy. The message of this oracle for you is that your blossoming is occurring now, and the Earth Mother has gratitude for your presence within her being, for the work that you are doing to help other human beings. She asks for you to surrender any concern you have to her, to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in the world, that you may shine as you were born to do in service to the evolution of this planet. She is helping you now. Trust her. And the poem simply states, a flower is a poem that tells you the truth of a thought in the fragrance of a dream, as fleeting as a heartbeat, as lasting as a memory. And the next page was God Speaks. So I'm going to leave it at that. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, be joyful. All right, make sure to get out and get some exercise as well. And rise and be. Love you guys. Love you all. Love you, twin. Bye.